You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Summer's the best time to run the way you want. Dial it up with new challenges and programs and bring your workouts with you to make the most of outside sunny days. There's no better way to do that than with Peloton. With Peloton, take advantage of how beautiful it is outside right now. You can go on an outdoor run or even a walk if you're not feeling like running, all while working on your tan. Summer's the best time to push your pace. Move how you want, enhance your fitness journey, and feel like your most empowered self. Whether you're prepping for a marathon or improving your pace, whatever road lies ahead, your training starts here with Peloton Tread or Tread Plus. Peloton's programs and instructors take you to new heights. Tap into their expertly programmed workouts and real-time metrics like pace targets that can take your fitness journey to new heights. From their strength classes designed for runners on the Peloton Tread or Tread Plus to guided outdoor runs on the Peloton app, Peloton's classes challenge you to be your best. Call yourself a runner with Peloton at onepeloton.com/running.
This episode is brought to you by our good friends at NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. I'm sure by now you've all gotten back into your Sunday routines, but they could be even better. With NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get the most live NFL games all in one place, every game, every Sunday, and you can even watch up to 4 different games at once with Multiview, one of my favorite inventions of this decade. It's exactly what you need to catch all the action. Make your Sundays more magical. And also, YouTube TV is great. I got it this year. It's awesome. Sign up now at youtube.com/BS. Device and content restrictions apply. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
I read a story that produced more questions for me than answers, but I was interested in the story, and I suspect that you guys will be interested and have some of the same questions that I had.
So this is a story that didn't answer any of the questions.
It got me interested enough with the details to have 1,000 more questions about what it is that I was reading. An Illinois school district teacher who's 68 years old got 9 years in prison because of what it is that she did between July of 2020 and February of 2022. Okay, so in less than 2 years, she stole 1.5 million chicken wings.
Nope. Not possible.
Well, it's not possible to consume them in less than 2 years.
I think it means saying not possible to steal them.
How do you 1.5 million chicken wings? That means you're walking out with like a Santa Claus satchel of chicken wings every week?
It was over time. It was, and it started with the pandemic and some of the fraud that started with the pandemic.
Can we just state the obvious that 9 years in prison for that is just absolutely insane?
Right, bro. Free mom right now until it's backwards.
She stole 11,000 cases of chicken wings, and now the questions begin. She had to be reselling them to local restaurants or something, right? You can't
secondary market.
It can't be the only thing you and your friends are eating. That doesn't seem possible in less than 2 years for a family to eat 1.5 million chicken wings.
Okay, so question: is there a fine for Dan for reading the internet wrong, or
yes.
is it just Stugotz?
$17.
Okay, then it's $17 for you, Dan. No, because it's $1.5 million worth of chicken wings, not 1.5 million count of chicken wings.
Okay, wait a minute. So if it's $1.5 million of chicken wings, it means it's more than 1.5 million chicken wings. She stole a ton more than 1.5 million, right?
I don't think so, because it used to get a 20-piece be like $30 from the store, and she must be the Avon Barksdale of chicken wings because she is moving them guys.
Okay, so I'm sorry for reading that wrong. It's $1.5 million worth of chicken wings, but that still seems like too hard to eat.
Blago
in 2
did
years.
less than that for selling a Senate seat. Like what? 9 years? Jesus. Allegedly. No, he was convicted.
How many more questions do you guys have about this story? How do you get rid of $1.5 million worth of chicken wings?
How long did Henry Ruggs get?
Is it even 9 years?
Exactly.
Not
Come
9
on.
years.
What
yeah.
are we doing?
Now, she's 68, by the way, so 9 years, that might be.
This is like an average of $2,500 of chicken wings per day off the basic math. How is that possible? Per day, stealing that many? I don't even understand what the execution would have been here.
So in total, Liddell ordered more than 11,000 cases of wings from the school district's food provider, then picked up the order herself in a district cargo van. Legal papers filed as part of the case called the scheme a, quote, massive fraud. We turn now to our fraud correspondent, Stugotz.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow. He realized he was doing what there before
You almost called Juju our fraud correspondent. I mean,
I was looking at Juju.
very dangerous, man.
My bad, Juju. Stugotz, what would you do with 11,000 cases of chicken wings that you've stolen over the span of about 18 months?
I mean, the reason you steal something is to make money. So I would assume that she is selling them. She had another player involved here where she is buying these, well, she's stealing the boxes and then selling them out to someone else for a lot more money. That would be the reason. Otherwise, why would you do it? And also, you guys questioning whether or not she should get 9 years in prison. That's $1.5 million right there. I mean, I know it's not actual money, but
Exactly.
it's worth $1.5 million. Well, I mean, she stole $1.5 million.
If she's
9 years.
She stole. If she stole $1.5 million worth of chicken wings, and you said she did it to make money, how much money did she make off of $1.5 million worth of chicken wings, ladies and gentlemen? 11,000 cases of chicken wings for $1.5 million. That means it's $733 per case. So $733 per case. Let's assume a very modest profit of $100. $100 per case is modest profit, right? So $833 times 11,000, guys. She made. Oh my God, are you guys ready for this? $9.1 million.
Nah, bro, not with that.
Why would she still be working for the school? Because she would have retired.
You have to stay with the
chicken
school.
wings are.
No, you have to stay with the school.
You got to?
Yeah, it's a giveaway. If you
Look,
leave.
this is the best chicken crime I've seen since Gus Fring.
I'm so confused about the logistics, but were they raw or were they cooked? Like, I don't know.
I'm assuming that they
were in a box.
Raw. I think they're raw. I don't think they're going to be cooked.
Wait a second, but it is Chicago public schools, so I don't know if they're like cooking wings at the school, or maybe was that even an option? Do they have wings at public schools?
I don't know. I never had wings at school, but I have been eating a lot of wings lately. I rediscovered in the last 6 months or so, wings are the best.
Oh my God.
They are
So
a
good.
top.
Yeah, they're good.
I feel like I fall in and out of love with wings every couple years. I eat too many and then I'm off wings, and then I have them for the first time and I'm like, holy shit, wings are great. And then I eat too many again and then I'm off again.
The only thing that gets me off wings is when I have bad wings. Then I get gun shy. I'm like, I don't know. Should I order wings from this place? What if they mess it up? I don't know. But then you find that good wing place or that good wing order that comes out. The sauce is perfect. It's nice and crispy, the juicy on the inside. And you're like, I can't get enough.
Your mouth is watering.
I can't
Magic
get it.
City.
I'm picking barbecue sauce out of my cuticles for 2 weeks after.
And you don't feel like you're eating terrible. You're like, this is meat.
It's chicken.
No, if it was fried, who cares? We're going to forget that part.
But a lot of times it's not fried.
Sometimes they're smoked wings.
Grilled wings, lemon pepper.
Did you have chicken wings the night that you ate in that big group that infuriated you?
No, I chicken wings for me, that's a bar food. I want to eat that at a Flanagan's or at a Kuda's. But I have realized recently that every time I go out to dinner in a group at a restaurant and the waiter brings the food and people just kind of freeze because they don't remember what they ordered, and the waiter's like, who got the filet or whatever. That pisses me off so much. Remember your order.
It's so good.
Pay
Why are you not
attention.
paying attention?
Pay attention.
And then there's always one person that's got it all covered. They ordered that. Yep.
That's me.
That's me. I'm the pointer.
Yes.
I'm like, the chicken pasta. Yeah, that's that. It's like,
So you're paying more
Why
attention.
are all these people
Right.
not paying attention?
Everyone
Food
just
is here.
freezes. Like the waiter comes and everyone freezes. They're like, oh, I don't know what's for me. I don't want to be too pushy and be like, oh, that one's mine. I'm the pushy one. I'm like, you got the salmon, you got the steak. This is the risotto. Pay attention, people.
It's not that they don't pay attention, Jessica. You just hit on it. It's people don't want to seem to be like the eager, hungry person. This mine. Blah, 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 blah. They don't want to seem like that, so they're like, I don't know. Did someone else have? Oh, I guess
They're just standing there holding 17 plates. Like, come on.
That happened to me in Tampa when I was with Mike and his friends watching Panthers Lightning. We were at a restaurant. We ordered a bunch of wings. I ordered mine well done. But apparently, it came, and the wings came out, and I was like, oh, medium garlic, those are mine. And apparently, those were Cowboy Carl's. Mine hadn't come out yet.
Boy.
They came out 5 minutes later, and they were like, here's the well done medium garlic. And I was like 4 wings in, just like, and then Cowboy Carl now has to eat well done wings.
He's got to eat 4 well done rings.
No,
because you got to just switch the plates back.
I gave him the whole. No, he just kept the whole.
Wait,
order.
well done wings?
You don't do that?
Oh, I love well done.
Yeah, chicken
Extra
wings
cooked,
well done.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard
I
of
like
that.
my medium rare, little salmonella. on it.
I'm a wings newbie. I don't.
What?
Teach me more of
Well,
the
it depends
way
on
of
the
wings.
place. If a place has bigger wings, I like them well done. Because I don't like when you bite into the
big
wing and you
wings.
see like the pinkish.
That's how you know it's
Like the tendons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I like mine crispy. I like my wings crispy.
No.
Well, when Amin said bad wings, I was about to say there is no such thing, but I would have been wrong because when you have some of that extra that you don't need in the wings, some inefficiency of this is not all chewable.
You guys eat the knuckles?
Chewable meat. I have eaten, but undercooked wings. What I would rather err on overcooked than what Amin is saying. I have not heard a lot of people say that their favorite kind of wing is with a little bit of salmonella, like a little bit of raw chicken wrist.
It's an odd thing to want.
That's how they serve them at the Sizzler.
I don't like when it's tough because it's been cooked so much that I'm fighting. Shout out to John Taffer. Look how hard he's pulling just to get some wings out. Like, you don't want that hard pull. You want that to kind of flesh fall off the bone.
Fall off the bone.
Yeah, that's
you don't
where
really
we're at.
get that with fried wings, though, do you?
No.
Like that's a baked wing you're talking about, fall off the bone, right? Once you fry it, you've hardened it some.
Well, depends.
Do you guys eat the knuckles though? I mean, we're split back here. Jess eats the knuckles.
I'm not
a knuckle
leaving
eater.
meat on the bone. Period.
Only in a sandwich.
What's your favorite flavor of wings, guys, around the
Honey
horn?
barbecue.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like mine hot with lemon pepper
Lemon
sprinkles.
pepper.
Yum.
Lemon pepper
I like a
is good.
spicy buffalo.
Medium garlic kind of guy.
Can't believe we skipped past only in a sandwich. That was so good.
You eat the knuckles only in a sandwich.
Knuckle
sandwich.
Hey,
I thought
What
first.
does she do?
I was like, oh, you put those in a sandwich. I didn't. That was just way over my head.
clearly a cover-up, though, from the government and momming these wings. So something is afoot. This is the story before the story. I don't believe this story yet. Let me see the next one.
I thought you were actually referring to Ray Gun.
Me too. Ray Gun stole the wings, allegedly. I mean, $1.5 million in the grand scheme of things, Stugotz. Like, corporations steal quadruple, 1,000 times that in a year. They never go to jail. But this woman, $1.5 million in chicken, and we're putting her in jail for a decade when she's 70 years old. That's absurd.
She works for a school.
She shouldn't have done it. I
how about
agree.
the kids?
Don't steal. Don't commit fraud. But 9 years, come on.
Guys,
kids need their wings. I mean,
guys, I decided $100 a profit per
Yeah.
case was too much. I dropped it down to $50 a case per profit. $8.6 million.
Do we know if she resold the wings? I was not able to find that.
why would you steal them?
She could have healed the hood.
She could have been eating them or making them for people.
That changes the story completely.
If I'm her lawyer, I'm like, my sister was feeding the entire west side of Chicago out of her trunk.
She gave them all away.
Great defense.
Gave them all away.
Jess, you're seeing why it is that I had more questions than answers with this story.
I'm not gonna lie, like it was you surprised us with this one. I did not hear this story.
Well, you surprised me with this one because you've got Stugotz in a position where he's the one being tough on crime.
Prosecutor.
He's the one shaking.
I would steal the wings.
Shaking a fist and wanting to be maximum prosecutor guy. Throwing this one, bury her under the jail.
Just to close the loop, I don't mind being the eager person at the table, helping the server make sure that they distribute the food and the entrees to the right places. I think it's worse to be the timid person who's just standing there like frozen while they're carrying 1,000 plates and doesn't know what did I order again? I don't know.
How about the server do their jobs? They should know.
I'm helping them do their job.
But why are we trying to figure it out?
Well, not every restaurant
I can't stand the server who says, listen, I got your order, don't worry about it, I've committed it to memory, and then comes back and asks everyone what they ordered. I no! Like, do your job, write it down!
Guys, I did the math wrong.
I'm there to eat.
You know what? I figured that this was all happening
Jesus.
as it was happening.
It's 11,000 times whatever, man.
No, but no. Look, I let it go 3 or 4 times.
How was it? Thank you.
Major penalty, 5 minutes, swooning comedy.
Let me explain. You're going to do it? Okay, great. Stugotz to the rescue. Glad we've got a mathematician on the case. The idea that Amin opened the bidding with, you know what I think is a good idea? To stop everyone so they can listen to me count in my head as I do math. That would be his starting point, and that he would do it incorrectly. We will find out how erroneous all his math is in a second when Stugotz gets to the bottom of the facts here.
Summer's the best time to run the way you want. Dial it up with new challenges and programs and bring your workouts with you to make the most of outside sunny days. There's no better way to do that than with Peloton. With Peloton, take advantage of how beautiful it is outside right now. You can go on an outdoor run or even a walk if you're not feeling like running, all while working on your tan. Summer's the best time to push your pace. Move how you want, enhance your fitness journey, and feel like your most empowered self. Whether you're prepping for a marathon or improving your pace, whatever road lies ahead, your training starts here with Peloton Tread or Tread Plus. Peloton's programs and instructors take you to new heights. Tap into their expertly programmed workouts and real-time metrics like pace targets that can take your fitness journey to new heights. From their strength classes designed for runners on the Peloton Tread or Tread Plus to guided outdoor runs on the Peloton app, Peloton's classes challenge you to be your best. Call yourself a runner with Peloton at onepeloton.com/running.
Don Le Batard.
Did someone say conservative entity?
Wow! No!
What?
Oh, see, this is why.
Stugotz.
Hers was better than mine.
In the fifth Sagaki.
Yours was Fleming.
How is the fifth Sagaki better than the third and the fourth Sagaki already?
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Something that I don't think was covered very much during the Olympics, but I saw it everywhere, and I want to get your guys' thoughts on this, because it can be argued that Jimmy Fallon has ruined The Tonight Show's legacy. And a whole lot of people were angry at how much Jimmy Fallon was being thrown down their throats during the Olympics because Peacock was presenting and they've got a vested interest in getting third place back into first or second place. I do not find Jimmy Fallon in any way objectionable. I find him benign. I find him, talented enough. He can't quite keep up with what some of the other folks have done during the history of late night, but I'm not bothered by him in any way. And in fact, it can be argued that what the position is, if you're protecting the legacy of The Tonight Show, is be benign. Be someone that everyone can stomach. Jay Leno, a lot of other comedians are mad at Jay Leno because they thought he was an edgier comedian than the one he presented on television when he had to be palatable to all of America and made the choice that would fill his airplane hangars with cars. But I always enjoyed Jay Leno. The Tonight Show version of Jay Leno was not the edgiest version. Jimmy Fallon is on as the lead of The Tonight Show, at least in part, because he's not supposed to bother people. Why does he bother so many people?
Because it's all fluff. I mean, that's it. There are no opinions. He doesn't do anything. It's all, this is my friend. We're going to play a game. Get in, get out. See you later. It's like he's not trying. Honestly, Colbert gives opinions and does the fluff. Kimmel does gives opinions and does the fluff.
But Stugotz, hold on.
Dan, I am telling you, Jimmy Fallon, the entire show is, this is my friend. We're going to play a game that involves music, and then we're done.
But my point to you, though, Stugotz, is that generally speaking, before now, opinions are the things that polarize people. If the job is to be benign, how is Jimmy Fallon failing at being benign? Or has the culture around him changed so much that now what you expect from comedy is you need to get closer to the edge, because that would represent a different televised experience than the one that all my life has been the one that works in late night in that slot. The Tonight Show has always been a gentle show that America can feel comfortable watching late at night without anyone getting too offended by anything.
Right.
What he inherited, he's done that job. He's not the one who changed. We change. The viewer and what the viewer wants change because he's doing what he's supposed to. He's been hired to be someone that middle America's not going to object to because of his opinions.
But he should change with the times. If that's what the audience wants, if they no longer want what Jimmy is providing, Jimmy needs to change. It's like journalism, Dan. You realize pretty early that, hey, people are going to stop reading newspapers eventually. And you were right. And you transition. You did what you had to do. You transition your career out of newspapers and into radio and into podcasting. And Jimmy is unwilling to change. He's still trotting out the same show he was doing 5 years ago.
I think that's kind of about skill set, though, right? Because he was hired to start on The Tonight Show in February of 2014. So it was right before everything really started ramping up politically in America to where we cared to turn to our late night hosts as beacons of journalism in any sort of way, as opposed to just looking at things like The Daily Show where they were doing that on purpose. Stephen Colbert comes in at that right time to be someone who can do that commentary because he came from the Colbert Report. So now you're in a situation with Jimmy where he was hired right before that all starts. Yep. And a lot of the things that people loved when he was on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon just carried over to the Tonight Show. It was anticipated, but then people started, and this is more of a young viewership thing, but his sort of jovial, this kind of fake laugh feels like a laugh track in a way that some of these other hosts don't have one. And I think that kind of bothers the TV viewer who doesn't really like shows with laugh tracks anymore. It just feels jovial in that way, but he's still one of the 5 people in America who can do that job at that level. I sometimes think we're maybe a little too harsh on the content part. There's obviously been other sides of Jimmy Fallon and the behind-the-scenes stuff that have evolved, but in terms of being able to do the job, like, he's still doing it at a very high level.
But he's not one of 5 people who can do it. There are plenty of people who can do it.
But he is doing it, is more the point.
You guys are talking about, like, oh, the political climate is changing, what we demand of our hosts to be more polarizing, whatever. But I'm like, is Conan O'Brien like that? Is Jimmy Kimmel like that? Like, was Corden like that? I don't feel like any of those guys.
No, Kimmel does, though. Kimmel does it now.
He dips his toes, but I don't feel like he's. I think he's just he's the same. What you're talking about, cuddly and makes Middle America feel warm and fuzzy. I think Kimmel does that.
Part of why Corden struggled, though, toward the end is because he was not doing some of those things. People felt the same way about Corden as they do about Fallon, and Kimmel has at least gone that direction, going after Trump and things like that.
I do think the politics have coarsened so much that the Tonight Show I'm talking about of Johnny Carson, you might make a politics joke, but it's the most harmless of presidential jokes that doesn't even mean anything. It's just a silly thing. Can't we laugh about this? It's a different time in America. Now, Jimmy Kimmel does get involved aggressively. Colbert obviously does a lot of that. The thing that I wanted to ask you guys, though, because Norm Macdonald brought this up one time. Norm Macdonald, I've told you before, I really admire what it is that he did. And one of the things that he said about Bill Maher and others, Chappelle, do you want to be a funny guy or do you want to be a smart guy? Like, which is it that you're trying to be? Norm Macdonald wanted them separated, and Joe Rogan's not doing comedy most successfully at the highest levels, even though he does do some stand-up. That's not what he is successful for. He took a different path that has a different lane. Bill Maher, John Oliver, Jon Stewart, they can all do stand-up comedy. But Norm Macdonald is asking you, which one is it that you want to be? That job, The Tonight Show, I think requires both, Amin. And while I would say...
It does now. It does now.
And I think that Jimmy Fallon is fun to watch, but it's cotton candy.
Can we also point out that he's probably the least funny? If it is just being funny and not necessarily
subjective.
Smart.
He's not funny.
Subjective, yes, but I don't think he's as funny as the guys were putting him up against. Like what you said about Jay Leno is true. People were frustrated because they knew, yo, Jay, you're a funny dude. Why are you dumbing yourself down like this? I don't think Jimmy Fallon's dumbing himself down. I think this is just who he is. This is who he's always been. Like since he was on SNL. Again, subjective, like Juju said, I just don't think he's that funny of a guy. Now, they've had some fun kind of conceits that they've done on that show, like when they do the karaoke. Or
I wear my tight pants. He does like videos like that.
But it's just like I think part of it is I don't think he's talented enough to raise the stakes even on the comedy side, in order to avoid the political side. Like,
have you never seen Fever Pitch, the movie with Drew Barrymore? Come on, brother.
I love that movie.
I haven't. Should I watch it?
no,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
But just in terms of talent, I mean, he can do impressions, he can sing. Like Jimmy Fallon is undoubtedly talented.
That's all
why
he
he was
does,
hired.
though. Right.
I mean, that's the point.
It's
all
all
he does
skits
is
and bits.
impressions and sings, and like that's
Well,
pretty impressive.
He sings well for, I guess, a comedian. He's not Jamie Foxx, right? Jamie Foxx sings
Agreed.
and is a comedian.
Agreed.
Is funnier
He's no
and sings.
Taylor. I mean, come on.
Yes, exactly. He's no Taylor. But like the impressions, how many?
That's a good Seinfeld.
Do
What are you talking about?
Do you guys watch late night? Like, they've become less and less of a thing as cable has become less and less of a thing, and now everyone streams the content that they like. And I think it probably coincides with him being hired. Not him specifically, but it happened around the same time. And also, he's got a bad reputation from everything I've read about him.
The bad reputation stuff is recent as far as it's coming out, being public. So I don't want to go there because I think his demise has been happening for a while. But again, I go back to people are consuming by clips, right?
Most people probably are like, yeah, he's fine.
Right. Yeah.
That's all he has to be.
That's how I think of him. He's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. He was celebrating for that gold medal game. People were like, "Yo, did you play? Get off my screen!"
Stop
said nothing.
hating.
No, I'm a
Carmelo
hate.
was doing the
He didn't
same
say
thing.
anything. I mean,
Carmelo and his
Carmelo-
son, Steph Marbury.
You know
Sorry.
why? You know why they get to do that?
Why?
Because they are involved. They know these people. This dude coming in here, he just ran out there like, "Oh, I'm cool too." No, you not, man. We know these people. You don't know them.
He knows them. They done been all on his show, and he done interviewed one by one and had dinner
Man.
with the fam.
Man, we done interviewed who here? Do you think they know us?
Yes.
He was taking selfies with Emmanuel Macron. I mean, how many American celebrities are doing that?
11,000 cases of wings, $1.5 million. Okay, that is $136.36 per box. Okay, per case. If you upped it, okay, just $63. Okay.
Well,
just
that's a lot.
$63. Well, no,
It's a
it's
big profit
$700,000. Yeah,
It's a big
I did all the
profit
math. I did. Yep.
I hear the drums echoing tonight, which she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation.
Remix.
She's coming in 12:30 flight.
Yeah, he's terrible.
The moonlit
Great job,
waves
video team, this
reflect the
segment, by the way.
stars that guide me towards salvation.
A lot has changed over the years, listening audience. Hey, it's Mike Ryan. One thing that hasn't, the great taste of Miller Lite. Now, you know, over the course of our history doing this show, Miller Lite's kind of been there for the vast majority of it, and I have been a very public-facing fan of the beverage. Why? Well, that's been up for debate for a long time, pretty much since 1975. But one thing that is not up for debate, the undebatable quality and great taste of Miller Lite. The fact that it is only 96 calories. This is a beer that strips everything away that you don't need and holds on to what matters most. Less filling, great taste. A light beer that tastes like beer. You don't have to choose what you like best. Miller Lite has great taste and is less filling. Tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
Don Batard.
The elephant went into a 7-Eleven and bought a pack of cigarettes. But my question to Ron is this.
Stugotz.
That joke didn't really land the way you wanted it to, did it? And we all just stared at you.
At all. This is the Don Batard Show with the Stugotz.
Our friend Ron Magill has returned here on a Wednesday. I don't know. I'm disoriented. Why were you not here on a Tuesday? What happened? Were you busy filming some sort of giraffe surgery or some sort of emergency? What happened? Why weren't you here yesterday?
You had people much more important than me that could only do yesterday, so I'm the the movable nut, so to speak.
Really?
Oh my God!
Wow.
So we bumped you. It wasn't your
Thank
fault, and I came out here accusatory just because Charles Barkley knocked you off the guest list.
That
There
is
you go.
that is not right to Ron Magill. There is no one in the history of this program, I would argue, that is more important as a guest than Ron Magill.
I don't know what happened there. That's not a
You guys,
decision
you're very
I made.
kind in saying that, but that's not true at all. Charles Barkley trumps Ron Magill on any platform, any day, anywhere.
Oh.
Except that was Monday, so I don't know. Ron, I
Well
saw
said,
that you were in Eater Miami giving your best food,
Yes.
best food places in Miami.
I'm getting slammed for a couple of those, but hey, listen, I love them.
Okay, so you had best takeout option, hole in the wall, best burger, Fuddruckers, but then I came across best pizza, and you said Costco. Is
That's the
Costco
one
pizza a thing? I've only ever heard of the Costco
Oh
hot
my
dog
God,
and the
Jess.
rotisserie chicken.
Jessa, you haven't tried the Costco pizza? It's
Never.
the bomb. It's one of the biggest pizzas. First of all, it's huge, okay? It's just over $10 for this huge pizza that is twice as big as what you get at any of these pizza shops and half the price. And it's fantastic. It's the greatest, I guess it's one of the greatest secrets ever, unless you've had it.
Is there like a local pizza option that you? I mean, this is Eater Miami. Like the best we can do in Miami is Costco.
Well, I like Mamma Mia's pizza. Mamma Mia makes a good pizza.
right.
You know, it's a local option, but you know, again, for the price, listen, I work at a zoo, you know, I don't, I try to be as frugal as I can. So the Costco pizza at $10.75, brother, that's the bomb in a bag of chips. That pizza can last me 5 days.
All right, I'm sold. Are you a chicken wing guy at all?
I am a chicken wing guy.
What's your favorite kind of wing?
I like baked wings. I don't like really spicy wings. I like a good sauce with them. You know, even a good ranch dressing. I'm kind of simple that way, but I like it to be baked and crispy. And Hole in the Wall does a good job with those too.
I was going to ask what your favorite wing was in Miami, but I guess you just gave us the answer.
Yeah, Hole in the Wall, you know, and Cake South. Cake South also does a really good job with wings.
This interview with Ron is presented by LinkedIn Jobs.
Put it on the poll, please, at Batard Show. Is Costco Pizza the bomb if you're on a budget? And also put on the poll chicken wings. I want the chicken wings, the most delightful of appetizers. Yes or no? Can you tell me, Ron, if you think Stugotz earlier this week said that they're not even close, a burger and a sloppy Joe. And I really can't think of anything closer to a burger except maybe a slider than a sloppy Joe. So do you believe that a burger and a sloppy Joe belong in the same breath?
No, I don't. I have to agree with Stugotz on that
you.
one. Sloppy Joe is just a bunch of pulled, saucy, messy meat. A burger, you bite into, you get the juicy. It's not just a bunch of sloppy sauce with a bunch of ripped off meat from something else. It's totally different. The only thing common is they have 2 pieces of bread.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's a hamburger bun.
It's a hamburger bun, but how many things can you put on a hamburger bun?
Right.
You can put a turkey sandwich on a hamburger bun. You can put a egg salad sandwich on a hamburger bun. You can put anything on a hamburger bun. It doesn't give me any credibility.
But it's meat in between hamburger buns.
Yeah, but it's
So
ground meat.
is turkey, so is chicken, so is everything else meat between hamburger buns.
Mm-hmm. You
Sloppy
tell 'em,
Joe
Ron.
is ground beef, is it not?
It's beef, yes.
Yeah, but it's ground beef, yeah.
So
So is a
is
burger.
a hamburger.
No, it's just a patty.
But it's
Made of
Got his ass.
ground beef.
we'll have to continue this debate. I will have to agree to disagree.
What?
I have an actual animal question for Ron, other than these weird food questions you guys are coming with. Ron, my cousin told me that dolphins will often use pufferfish to get high, and they'll pass it along. And he also told me making dolphins the only other animal besides humans that get high recreationally. Is this true?
I have heard that same comment about using pufferfish to basically ingest an enlightening drug, so to speak. I will say that they're not the only animals that get high. I know certain primates that will chew on certain leaves, eat certain horticultural products that will elevate their happiness, so to speak. So, it depends on the meaning of getting high. Are they rolling up a doobie and smoking it? No, but they are getting the elements in other ways.
They're grabbing a pufferfish and sucking on it, apparently.
There you go.
Are dolphins the only animal that tries to have sex with humans?
No, haven't you ever had a dog hump your leg?
Yep.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I feel like a real fool.
Wait,
I feel like a real idiot. for
That and
asking
sloppy
that
joes.
question.
I mean,
Okay, follow up though. When your dog's humping your leg, are they trying to have sex with you, or are they trying to get you to play with them? Because I've always been told that it's like, because my female dog will hump my leg, and I don't think she's trying to have sex with me.
What's the difference?
That's a dominance thing, but it also can be pleasurable for the animal. It's almost a form of masturbation, so to speak. in some-
You never wanted to look at Willow that way.
Got her ass.
Willow.
Let's look at this video together here with Ron Magill. Walk us through these tactics to fend off a bear, because we've got in Tahoe, we've got a bear and a beach cooler. You tell me what's happening here, Ron, and how it is that we avoid situations like this.
Well, you got to make sure your beach cooler is closed, first of all, and that's not a way to do it. Get away a bear.
Somebody. Well, it worked. Somebody threw a
Yeah,
chair.
This is not smart, though. Okay, that bear can turn around and do something. Let the bear do his thing and get away. Do not try to do something like that, because if that bear comes at him, that rake is going to do nothing to save him. Okay, that rake is going to do nothing to save him. So don't be stupid. If the bear is at the food, let him have the food and wait till he goes away.
What an idiot this guy is.
This guy is an idiot. He's really playing with fire. He's an idiot.
Oh, it worked, it seems like. I mean,
No, you know what? It worked that time, but maybe not another time. And you want to take that chance? That's stupid, Stugotz. That's just stupidity. Let him have the freaking whatever you got in the damn cooler, and don't make the same mistake twice. Make sure your coolers and everything are locked and closed.
Like, what's he saving there? Like, I have three
Exactly,
more Miller
thank
Lights.
Miller Lite,
I have
yeah.
three more Miller
Thank
Lights
you.
in there.
What's he saving
Worth
there?
saving,
Exactly.
Chris.
Thank you.
Wings.
Ron, has working with animals given you more faith in nature and less faith in humanity?
Absolutely. I learn something from animals almost every day that I wish the other humans could learn.
I want to show you another video here. It's a woman surrounded by orcas. It's a boat in New Zealand. She seems pretty anxious. Let's see how is someone supposed to remain calm in this situation? My wife wants to do whale watching things. I don't like to be at a different place on the food chain than I presently am. And when I'm in the ocean, I am not at the top of the food chain anymore. So I ask you, this video that we're showing you, can you tell me how one remains or is supposed to remain calm in this situation?
You know, that's a fine line between pure excitement and pure fear. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I think I told you the story that I was in the Galapagos Islands once, and while swimming, snorkeling, photographing sea turtles, I had an orca swim right over me, stop for a moment, look at me, and keep on swimming. It was one of those moments that was so exhilarating, and yet, I'm not going to lie to you, that my heart started racing. But you know that saying that I love to say is that life isn't measured by the number of times, the number of breaths that you take. It's measured by the number of times your breath is taken away. Oh. This woman, or whoever this was in this board, will never forget this moment. And it also reflects and is indicative that these animals are not malicious monsters. Okay? It's a pretty great moment. You know, it could have gone south. I'm not going to lie to you. You never know. What? But that was an incredible moment. And maybe those orcas knew she had a camera and said, you know what? Maybe she can show the world that we're not these monsters that many times we're painted to be.
I mean, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth now. The bear was like, that thing could kill you. And these orcas, it's like, see?
Okay, no, wait a minute.
No, what he's doing is playing the results. I mean,
Ron, those orcas, next time, just like next time the bear would kill him, next time those orcas could just kill that lady.
Tear her
But listen, but Chris, look at the situation, Chris. She's on a board in the middle of the ocean. What are her options? What are her options?
Don't do that as a hobby.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Come on. You know, you have a bad car accident, you never drive again? You have a bad car accident, you never drive again? Come on,
You have
Chris.
to get in the car to go to work.
You get eaten by orcas, you never go in the water again? Come on.
Do we know
You
if
get
the
eaten by
sister...
orcas, you're never going to go in the water again because you're done. But the bottom line is this, guys. These animals are not these malicious monsters. We tend to sensationalize these things. You know, the term killer whale is probably a bad connotation in many ways. They're very smart cetaceans. We've heard these instances now where these certain pods are going after some boats out in Portugal. Hey, you never know what spurred them on, you know? Just like with people, there are some bad apples in every group.
Ron, I have to drive. I don't need to be near orcas.
Orcas?
Yeah, but if it's something you love, if
What
it's
was
something
that?
being
Near
out in the
orcas.
ocean
I got it, Chris.
and being close to those animals, that's exhilarating. You know, listen, again, I don't want to be in front of a television with a remote control feeling safe, just going through a bunch of boring shows. I want to go out there and live life and experience those things that make my heart beat faster.
Ron, I just recently bought a new kitten, and we're slowly introducing our kitten to our cat. And I was wondering if at the zoo you have to do the same sort of thing with lions or tigers because
Or bears.
scents become
A meet and greet?
territorial. Yeah, where, we're keeping the kitten basically in a separate room for the minute, and then we're going to put a little screen up so that they can kind of sniff each other, but they can't be near each other until, I guess, a week or so in. It sort of depends on how they're feeling.
Listen, absolutely, we do that with the animals here at the zoo. And many times it takes not just a week, it can take months sometimes to make those introductions. The people have these misconceptions. Oh, heck, it's a male and female, put them together, they'll do what comes naturally. Couldn't be further from the truth. Many times they'll try to kill each other. Just like
humans.
Just like with people, they generally have to kind of like each other and get along to be able to be paired together. So yes, whenever we have a new animal, it goes through a quarantine period, and then it goes through a very subtle introduction period where we, for instance, with our birds are the worst. Pound for pound, birds are the most aggressive vertebrates on the planet. So when we go into our big aviary, for instance, we'll put a bird in a smaller introduction cage, and it's able to be seen by the other birds. It's able to see the other birds. The keepers that can watch the reaction with the other birds, whether they're being aggressive through the cage or not, and then they can decide, using their judgment and experience, when is the best time to release that bird into the aviary.
How many whales, Ron, would be a threat as killers to humans?
One.
So that's the only one. And how often do orcas actually kill human beings? How rare is that? And how afraid? I know you tell us that the animals are usually more afraid of us than we are of them, but I had not considered, actually, and this is my fault, I had not considered the orca as a killer whale any more dangerous than any other whale to humans. I didn't think whales were dangerous to humans.
Well, orcas are carnivores, they're cetaceans. Unlike the big whales, the pelagic whales, the humpbacks, things like that, which tend to feed on plankton, they're not feeding on things like the killer whales, which feed on seals and sea lions. So theoretically, a person could be prey, but I personally don't know of any attack by a killer whale that's killed a human being. I don't know of any. There may be some, but I don't know in the back of my mind of any.
I saw an animal this week I had never seen before. I'd be curious if the room has ever seen this. I am about to show you a monkey that looks like an old man. You guys tell me.
The Jimmy Durante monkey. I bet you it's a Jimmy Durante monkey.
Yeah, what? Okay, I should have said that. That would have been funnier. I'm about to show you a monkey that looks like Jimmy Durante. Can you guys put up a photo at some point of Jimmy Durante so that people can see this monkey that looks like Jimmy Durante? That's one of the bigger noses you will find in the animal kingdom. That nose is seems to be almost, I think, longer than his entire face. What the hell is that, Ron?
That's a proboscis monkey. I actually was able to photograph those things in Borneo. The males are the ones that develop those big noses. Those big noses are a bit of a sexual attraction to the females. Mm-hmm. And the bigger nose usually gets the more females. They are a spectacular primate out of Borneo, out of Indonesia, those areas. And like I said, it's the males that get the big noses. The females actually have a little cute nose.
Mm-hmm. He also looks like Mel Brooks, by the way, but continue.
Okay.
Jewish, yeah.
All right. Thank you, Ron. Good talking to you. Go ahead and put your... Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. I wanted to let the listeners know that, listen, if you want to take an amazing trip, I'm going to announce this trip. I'm going to lead a trip to the Galapagos Islands, December 12th through the 20th, right before Christmas. It's going to be an incredible trip. Only 12 people I'm taking. Go to the zoo, go to the zoo's website. It'll tell you how to direct to that trip. I'm going to lead this trip. I've been to the Galapagos several times. It is the trip of a lifetime. If you've never been there, what a great holiday treat for you. Book that trip, man.
Do you want to give them the website information in the event that they don't end up in the right place for whatever reason?
Sure. Go to zoomiami.org. And you'll navigate through there. I don't know exactly how to navigate, but it'll tell you the Galapagos trip. It's like $8,200 per person. So, go under travel program. Under support travel program under the zoomiami.org.
What happened?
But it's like I said, it's $8,200 per person. It's going to be 8 days in 2 in Quito and 6 on the Galapagos Island. Oh, you already got it up there. Look at that. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, this trip is going to be incredible. I've been there several times. This is the best itinerary I've ever put together. Right before the holidays, you're back before Christmas, and it's just 12 people limited to that I'm going to be leading on this trip. Incredible trip. Book it if you want it, maybe.
Durante was an Italian man, referred to his nose as the schnazzola.
All right, very good. Thank you, Ron. Good information there, Jeremy. I appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Summer's the best time to run the way you want. Dial it up with new challenges and programs and bring your workouts with you to make the most of outside sunny days. There's no better way to do that than with Peloton. With Peloton, take advantage of how beautiful it is outside right now. You can go on an outdoor run or even a walk if you're not feeling like running, all while working on your tan. Summer's the best time to push your pace. Move how you want, enhance your fitness journey, and feel like your most empowered self. Whether you're prepping for a marathon or improving your pace, whatever road lies ahead, your training starts here with Peloton Tread or Tread Plus. Peloton's programs and instructors take you to new heights. Tap into their expertly programmed workouts and real-time metrics like pace targets that can take your fitness journey to new heights. From their strength classes designed for runners on the Peloton Tread or Tread Plus to guided outdoor runs on the Peloton app, Peloton's classes challenge you to be your best. Call yourself a runner with Peloton at onepeloton.com/running.
A lot has changed over the years, listening audience. Hey, it's Mike Ryan. One thing that hasn't, the great taste of Miller Lite. Now, you know, over the course of our history doing this show, Miller Lite's kind of been there for the vast majority of it, and I have been a very public-facing fan of the beverage. Why? Well, that's been up for debate for a long time, pretty much since 1975. But one thing that is not up for debate, the undebatable quality and great taste of Miller Lite. The fact that it is only 96 calories. This is a beer that strips everything away that you don't need and holds on to what matters most. Less filling, great taste. A light beer that tastes like beer. You don't have to choose what you like best. Miller Lite has great taste and is less filling. Tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered right to your door, visit MillerLite.com/Dan, or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.